What's up, YouTube? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with an unboxing video. And as the title states, I got some books back from the George Perez signing. And well, if you want to see what I got back, stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book madness, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. So when videos like this one drop ever so randomly, you are one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch it now or later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. Talking about people that we appreciate, how about the list of channel members, people that are supporting the channel through their monthly membership? Now, it's on YouTube and or Patreon. Check out the Linktree link in the description below if you are interested in becoming a part of that. Also, it's always a good time to save some money, and it's very important rather to ensure that our collectibles, whether you're talking about cards, comics, or vinyl records, etc., are protected well. Visit bcwsupplies.com. Use the coupon code SCG to save yourself 10% at checkout. There is also a link in the description below for that. Now, as most people in the collector community know, that George Perez is facing terminal cancer. So Perez, being a big fan of his fans, wanted to do several last signings, wanted to do one last big hoorah as far as a con was concerned. One could be inclined to believe maybe Dragon Con, but nevertheless, he has had some issues as of late. So I was doing a live show, and somebody in the chat had came into the chat and mentioned that Clan McDonald was doing a CBCS signing. This was prior to CGC announcing anything. So I decided to send some books there. First up was the first appearance of Destro that I had recently acquired. And then the other one was the first appearance of Nightwing, Dick Grayson as Nightwing. So and then the third one rather was Infinity Gauntlet #1. Now with those particular books, Infinity Gauntlet was already signed by Joe Rubenstein and Jim Starlin. So I sent all three of those because Clan McDonald gave you an option as to if you just wanted them signed and sent back, or if you wanted them to be sent to CBCS. So I sent those. I was able to pay the extra to cover the verification for the previously signed book of Infinity Gauntlet. And then the other two went. I had kind of thought to save the first Destro to maybe get in on a Wolfman signing at some point, but I said, look, I don't want to mix it up. I'll just send it off. Well, then the CGC announcement happened, and a lot of people started talking about what books are you going to send. And of course, George, being the artist that he's been all these years, has done some fabulous work, and really it depends on you like Marvel or DC. What was the first comic book you ever saw that you remember George Perez doing, et cetera, as to which one really spoke to you. And you could tell there were a lot of ones, like I just mentioned, that, those were the first ones on people's list. So nevertheless, matter of fact, leave me a comment down below. Those might be the ones that you sent off. But after I had sent off the initial batch, I got to thinking about, man, I should have sent that one. Man, I should have sent that one. And I kind of contemplated whether or not I ought to. And then thought, well, if I'm going to do it, now's the time to do it. So I sent off two more books to Clan McDonald with the intention of them just sending them back. One was already signed by one person, and one was already signed by two people. So It would have been kind of a little pricey endeavor to send all these and did like I did the Infinity Gauntlet. That was one reason. The other reason, thinking that the one that only had one other signature has several other sigs that I could pick up, and I would like to get the other one complete. These are lesser known books to the common collector, but these are two that mean more to me. And these are the ones that I'm going to show you today because the others have been sent. Fast forward through the story, the Clem McDonald signing happened. So if you were fortunate enough to send it to them, then you should be getting your books back rather, or already have. Unfortunately, the CGC signing is not taking place, and there have been videos about what you need to do with your books if that includes you. But the two books that are probably lesser known that I got back are the ones that I'm going to show you today. Let's start with the one that was only signed by one other person. That is Uncanny X-Men 112. Now, this is a cool cover, and George Perez did the cover on this. However, it's not to say it's not a big book. I mean, it's a 35-cent X-Men. But this is what you call a birthday book because this is August of 1978, which was when I came about as well. So this is one of the birthday books. And as you might have noticed already, I had gotten Jim Shooter to sign this. So George Perez did the cover on this book, and Chris Claremont did the writing on this book. So Claremont is fairly... he's around the con scene quite often, so I plan to get him to sign this one. And unfortunately, the penciler was John Byrne, and he's a little harder to get a hold of on the con circuit. So Claremont might want to settle for it to be a tri-signed book, but nevertheless, I got him to sign it right there. I thought that was like the less obtrusive place. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. They also sent this. They sent one of them. They didn't send two, but it's just its own photo quality paper for whatever it's worth, right? So that is the first book. And then the other book is Batman 436. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but this is the first appearance of Tim Drake. So Tim Drake, this is prior to him becoming Robin, of course. But this is the first book. It's a copy, not the original, but this is the first book, a copy of it, that I picked up of Batman. Picked it off of the newsstand, very close to where I still live today. When in 1989, this came out, as did a movie, Michael Keaton's as Batman, right? And so having left the theater, I go and I pick up my first Batman comic there in 1989. As you might have noticed, I have several signatures already ready. I got this in 2019, John Beatty, who is the inker on this. Last year, I got Pat Broderick, who does the interior art. And of course, George did the cover for this right here and got him to sign it in gold up here. I had cut the window bags for this. So Marv Wolfman did the writing. And of course, Wolfman did the writing for the Titans books, which I wouldn't wait for. But so it has now been signed 3 different times. Hopefully, I'll get Wolfman to sign it at some point and make it complete. But with the birthday book and with which I know is the first appearance of Tim Drake, and everybody loves the John Byrne run of X-Men, but largely nothing compared to the Deathstroke and the Infinity Gauntlet as far as books that are huge and that Perez has done, but they were to me. And that's why I went ahead and sent a second order off to Clam McDonald. And fortunately for me, and for others who did the same, we were able to get our books done and back. Um, so thoughts and prayers with the George Perez family as he's going through this. I really hope that his health kind of kicks back up at least for a little while, so that maybe he gets out to do another con, because I know that would make him happy. And tell me what you think. Did you send any books off to the CGC or the CBCS signing? If you would have, what books would you have sent? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, shout out to the channel members. Always thankful for the support that they give through their monthly membership or ships. If you're interested in joining the channel, then the Linktree link is in the description below. And the other links in that Linktree link are to other platforms I'm on, Instagram, whatnot, Shortbox, etc. So check that out. If you're on those other platforms or thinking about getting on those other platforms, give me a follow over there. And until next time, keep reading, keep collecting. Adios.